linguistic.
Hello, what that's Nicole. Oh, hello.
Talking about profession, first one is I would like to be an English teacher. You should study English linguistics. It's about English teaching. I think career
Hello, have a nice day. Thanks for the set and provide a little of your time for this interview. Let's start with the first question. Uh, when you were younger, did you dream to be a teacher?
No, I didn't. In fact, to be a teacher, it wasn't my first option.
Did you still consider that you have enough skills to be a teacher?
No, I didn't. When I choose to study linguistic, um, we have two options only: to be a translator or be a teacher. And I didn't choose. To be a teacher because I don't consider I have enough skills to be a teacher. Uh, I always have think that I don't have passions. I don't know how to explain to the students how to learn the English. I don't think I am and I have the skills that a teacher needs.
Did you used to think that studying linguistics was a nice option?
In that time, for me, yes, because I have two children. So when I chose the career, I was thinking that know or learning a second language it was an advantage for my kids.
How hard for our same grade used to find a job?
It was really difficult, but not because we didn't have the chance to have a job. It was difficult because the money people offer or schools offer, it was a little. It was a really few money.
What kind of difficulty used to have at university?
Well, in my case, it was a time because I didn't have enough time to study as my other classmates.
Didn't used to know about what your career focus?
Yes, my career, well, my studies were focused on the second language learning and abilities to communicate. So, again, like I told you before, we have only two options: to be a translator or to be a teacher. Okay, as a translator, we have to translate papers or maybe be in a conference and translating the speech of a person. And as a teacher, well, you know the activity of a teacher, be a teacher in a primary or elementary school or maybe high school or for university schools.
What did you used to want to study previously?
Why? Are you asking me for the reasons?
Yes.
Okay. Because other kids, I thought that I had the opportunity to teach to them the English language. And 10 or maybe, I don't know, 14 or 15 years ago, speaking a second language, it was very important. Nowadays, it's more important. So that is a reason. That is a reason why I choose linguistics.
What did you used to like about your career?
Two things. One is the opportunity that we have to communicate with people from other countries, and the last one is to know more about culture, the culture of another country, and also know more about our culture. Because we have to have the ability to distinguish between two cultures.
What didn't you used to like about your career?
Well, about my career, what I didn't like is that when we are looking for a job, it's supposed we are prepared to be a teacher or maybe to be a translator. And in the society, people think that if you speak a second language, you are a good teacher, or you can be a good teacher, or you can be a good translator. And it is not fair for me that if a person who is not prepared to be a teacher, and I spent 5 years preparing to be a teacher, the other person has the same opportunities that I have. Okay?
What other options did you used to consider before you obtained a decision about your career?
Well, I was good in math, so my first option was to be an accountant. But when I chose the career, the study linguistics, I had to choose between an easy way to study or the difficult way. So I chose the easy one. And for me, it was linguistics. But it wasn't easy as I thought.
Thank you for allowing us and giving us the time for interview. Was pleasure to meet you, and we hope the many young people have career as you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Teaching a language is one of the most important stuff because it's a fundamental way to learn about the world and how relationship and many contexts and situations. Linguistics is an interdisciplinary field more important that investigate, identify, and offer solutions of language related. The thing about this problematic relevance is single is about
Linguistics was developed especially along the 20th century. The concept of countries, English language, the United States, and Britain, Australia, especially from the teach English to foreign state.
A few
months ago, my team and I were participating in a different activities at Parque Fundidora. Our leader called around to meet youth in a neutral place, where were approximately 15 and where were divided of 10 of 5 persons.
The chair and 9 a.m. and once on the train that we had to do is to check in. After this, they gave us a shirt of different colors for each team. Around 20 minutes later, the leader asked around us that if we were ready to start.
The coordinator of our youth gave youth a list for activities and the way stated for every activity we found to find out the location. Once we were at the right location, the fifth activity was assigned.
In the first activity, we were trying to figure out how to solve a puzzle because it had so many pieces. The first one that complete the puzzle, in our team nobody had difficulty focusing on the activities because our mission was the best.
Our leader told you for not being as fast as he wanted. So that's why we decided to run the fast possible to save time. But what it really happened was an accident between bodies of our team and bodies of other teams. At the end we didn't win, but we got along with every single team because it's really important to have sports spirit in every competition that we have.